All right. So I wanted to do a second part to this video because I want people to understand and grasp and really soak in, you know, why I'm doing this. It's not only to bring awareness, but to also air my frustrations about that I've had with my older sister for the past 2.5 years. I'll share a couple stories with you. Now, like I said before in the first video that's uploading to my YouTube currently, I state that my sister has stolen our mother's life insurance policy that was supposed to be split between me, my older brother, and her. So at the time that, of my mother's passing, or a little bit after, I think back on it, and there were a lot of times where she was spending money where, you know, the average person is not gonna have enough. What I'm trying to say is her spending wasn't adding up, because when you have bills and you have kids and just the economic times, nobody's gonna have that amount of money, ready to just spend on whatever. And I'll tell you why I know that. So the Christmas I turned 25, I went to go see my sister, and I noticed that my nephews, who I love dearly, I love them both to death, they damn near got everything they wanted for Christmas. I mean, shoes, clothes, games, um, uh, the newest AirPods. I think those were the newest things that came out at that time of the year. And I don't think about it at the time, but it didn't dawn on me until after the fact of everything. And I sit back and think, and I'm like, man, you know, she didn't buy me anything for my birthday. I was broke as shit for my birthday when it came around. I didn't have any money for real. My job had just burnt down. So I was really just only getting like a weekly check that wasn't that much money. And she knew about it. She knew I had lost my job. She knew my that I wasn't really just getting a whole lot of money. And she still had the power to change my situation. And she didn't. And she had already decided that she was gonna move back to Arkansas. So you knew I had lost my job because it burned down. You didn't ask me what I wanted for my birthday. You knew my birthday was on Christmas, or is on Christmas. And your only response was, well, you didn't ask me for anything. I feel like you should know me a little bit better than that to at least surprise me with something. I'm not expecting you to give me everything, but you know that was a red flag for me. But I didn't say anything because at the time I wasn't in the right mental space to be thinking about money. Um, or even another time, that I can tell you was when I got a new iPhone. Not the phone that I'm currently using. I bought this phone my own self, but I got a red iPhone 11, and the phone itself was almost $1,200, $1,300 at the time. And Punkin, or my sister, I'll say, I try not to use her nickname, my older sister, um, just swiped her debit card like it was nothing. Nobody just has money to just swipe like that. That's what I'm trying to tell people. That's what I'm trying to convey in this video, is that my sister was walking around with this money willingly as if she was the only one to have it. And nothing. Nobody, would say anything. So along with part one of this video, I wanted to make a part two and maybe possibly a part three, depending on how I'm feeling, to just really air my frustration and tell people to really just look at my situation and watch out for my sister's always been condescending people. That's another thing I want to say. I want to give you another story. Give you a little facts about my sister. My sister served in the military. It's hard for me to even thank her because she does not act like she served in the military. Anybody that served in the military, they at least have some kind of distinguishment about themselves. My dad served, you can tell. I have a cousin that currently serves. You can tell he serves in the military. I got a buddy a couple buddies that served in the military. You can tell by how they act, how they carry themselves. My sister just, I don't know. I don't know. It just, she doesn't act like it. But my sister, she talks too much. She talks way too much. And she used to let me know way too much information because we used to be real close. This is another reason why I know she took the money. My sister came home from serving in the Iraq War, and let me clarify. Okay, yes, she went to war, but she did not go to battle. So anybody that watches this video, don't go around trying to thank that nigga because she didn't really do too much. Okay, I might say it that I say thank you to people that actually got out there and act like they have. I mean, not even act like, but actually have PTSD. My sister does not have PTSD. She's not crazy. My sister is tricking the VA into giving her benefits and money. I don't care if it's me snitching or whatever, but my sister's taking advantage of every corner in every aspect of life as she sees fit, and the shit has to stop. If the video reaches nobody, it reaches nobody. But if it reaches one person, at least one person knows the truth. But my sister, she does not have PTSD. Yes, she went to war. That much I can say. But she did not get a gun and go to battle. She was in the barracks and she got bombed. That's it. That's it. She has no PTSD. She can sleep fine. She ain't got no back problems. She ain't got no limbs blown off. Don't be believing that shit she's saying. But anyways, back to the main point at hand. Um, what was I getting at? Oh, yeah, my sister served in the military. When she came home, she got a bag. My sister, I think she said she got like 60K. They gave her like 60K. Now I was around for that time because I forget how I had to be like 11 or 12, maybe, yeah, like 11 or 12, maybe 13. But I remember the times very vividly. She had got a new apartment, new TV. She got furniture, everything new. She just spending. I'm getting clothes. She buying me food. I'm coming over there, snacks. And fast forward to like 2021, my sister always said after our mom passed, or not even after our mom passed, but just in conversation talking about money and where she went wrong in life and just reminiscing. And she always would tell me that if she ever got a chance to see a large amount of money or anything close to what she saw in the military, she would try to do things differently. That's my sister's problem. She talks too much and she leaves breadcrumbs. And my problem is I think too much on things and I hold it in the back of my mind for future reference. Because I need to. I have to. If I don't, shit like this will happen. And it's happened. Now, I didn't say anything before because at the time, like I said in my last video, I think I said in my last video, anytime I would get on the phone with my sister and I felt something was off, I would ignore it because this is a person that at the time I looked up to, I had a lot of love for. And don't get me wrong, I still love my sister, but she's a fuck nigga for this. And if my dad or my stepmom watches this, I'm sorry for the language that I use, but it's how I feel. And I don't hate my sister. I still love her, but she, you know, she's always had this condescending overview of me and my older brother, like we were just the left behinds. Well, I mean, that's her own personal demons that she has to deal with. Whatever you do in the past that you fuck up on, and like she had a baby in high school. That probably plays into the fact that she never really had a career started. But the whole time she had a baby in high school, I was the one that was there helping her the whole time, and I was just a kid. I sacrificed a lot to make sure that Pumpkin had help raising her first son. Again, I love my nephews. I don't even care that I had to sacrifice a lot of my childhood or a lot of what I wanted to do as a kid to help raise my first nephew or for my second nephew. I don't care because I love them to death. I would do it again. But it's the simple fact of the whole point of it is Pumpkin or my older sister was not the only one in them trenches when shit got rough. It was all three of us. And if I'm being honest, that money really deserves to go to a lot more other people. We should all three get our cut, and then a little bit more. That should go to show you how much character I have compared to how much my sister has. So as you watch these couple of videos when I upload them, I pray that you that anybody that watches them, I pray that it leaves a smile on your face, because I find some kind of humor and solace in making these videos, and because in a way it's getting my frustration out, and I feel a little bit better at the end of the day, and also informative to let you know that the little brother is just not going to go quietly and just let my older sister ride off into the sunset. If When I understand that, the I understand my back's really against the wall because I'm working with little information and don't really know all the facts. But the facts I do know, they kind of outweigh anything else. Um, but really, it's all because my sister's wrong. Point blank, period. My sister's wrong. The whole reason she decided to move back home from North Carolina after my son's passing was to have a better life, reconnect with family, and help my older brother. Since she's moved back, she has done none of that. She has isolated herself. She has not helped my older brother, who is, like I said before, hanging on by a thin thread, a thin string. My brother needs help. He needs to get medical attention. He shouldn't even have to be working. And people with autism have a hard time with real life, but she doesn't care about that. Only if it's her life. So please, please, whoever this reaches, I'm creating awareness and I'm trying to find answers because I need closure. I want to find out how much the amount was and why she took it. This isn't me really complaining. This is just me getting out my frustrations as a 28-year-old struggling adult in the in this world. There are things that I want to accomplish, but I just cannot get to them because something just keeps bothering me. And this is that one thing. So thank you all for that tune in. I pray that this does not just go on deaf ears. And yeah, talk to y'all soon. Thanks.